Welcome to Maison&Objet. This time we decided to discover what does humanity need from design and how does design solve humanity needs. Let's go.
Furniture since the beginning, because when you are interior designer, you put furniture from the other people inside your project. After, of course, as I make a lot of retail and hospitality, I'll draw a lot of things because sometimes I need very big things or a lot of quantities. So I start to draw since long year ago, and it was logic to continue and to make a collection. And the collection is also good for people. I can't make the residential; they can buy some piece of us. So it's interesting also to make a little bit of more democracy for our job.
How is your furniture and your interiors recognizable? What makes it special? What makes it yours?
The color, always. You can find everywhere in our project. The pattern we use. And the shape is it's timeless. I mean, it's never too much contemporary. It's not too much organic. It's a mix between classic and modernity.
How would you describe the biggest need of humanity right now?
Time. I think humanity needs time. We need time to take the thing. Everything is too fast.
How design can help?
I don't know if design can help. I think climate change can help. Taking care of our planet and other people can help. I think design, it's art. It's for your soul, it's for your brain, but it's not for your life. We are not doctors.
I'm Adrianus from ODDNESS. I started 4 years ago with making the faces, and 2 years ago I started making it more to a brand, so I invited other designers to work with. We do mix soap and glazing together, and we blow bubbles, and then we take out a white biscuit fired face and we put it in the soap, and it basically prints out the structure of a bubble on the ceramic, and then we fire it again and it gets fixated. These are candle holders made entirely from tin foil, tightly pressed together. So it's just layers and foil, and we hammered and pressed them with a garage press together to make it strong and solid.
Do you usually start with the material or do you usually start with the person's needs?
No, I don't start with person's needs. I start with either material or a vague concept that I came up in the middle of the night.
Right.
It's not that there's no needs there. We have this cassettes from plexiglass, and this is industrial shrinking tube. So we heat it up and then it shrinks around it so it gets shape. And then we put the LED neon flexible tube inside.
And how would you say, what is the biggest need of the humanity at the moment?
Probably not making aluminium foil candle holders, but I think it's important that we make products that last. Like, for example, aluminium foil, like the candle holders. Aluminium foil is a very undurable product if you use it for packing your sandwiches or covering your food. But if you use it for, aluminium is super durable in a sense. So if you make a candle holder, it can last forever, you know. I think it's important to use the right materials at the right point and make stuff that is not made to be thrown away. So to make a sort of a quality, I think that's something that is more important to change the mindset than just the material. Because the materials are good, but they have to be used good.
Dialba Brown is a made in Italy company. We're based in Cremona, which is just 1 hour away from Milan. These products that you may see here, for example, these tables are made in old wood pine, which is mainly what the material that we use. Which is also, a very ecological product because it's a recycled wood. So we use a wood that was supposed to be thrown away, and we give it a second life, making something very beautiful and something very, very nice in design. A lot of products in old wood. So, for example, libraries, cupboards, tables. Let's say that. Probably 70% of our furniture production is in old wood, so it's quite a big part. And also, for example, we have recycled glasses for the vases.
Oh, wow.
And so that's also something special, something unique, and something that we love to call eco-friendly. So this is a completely modular product. So you see just one product, but in reality there are 9 different pieces. And the nice thing is that we are a company that is able to make customizations. So, for example, you like this product, but you may need to have everything made like that, or you need to have something made completely different in a completely different color. We're able to customize. This cupboard is really unique. As you can see, this is completely in recycled wood as well. Mm-hmm. And the very nice thing is you can see on the inside is in this color blue, and this is in oxidated wood. Mm-hmm. So it's something unique, something very special. This is a very, very cool piece. This is a leather armchair. This is something maybe that you're not expecting from an Italian company.
What about the price range?
Well, let's say that Dialba Brown is a medium to high level. So we're not on a luxury level. But at the same time, we are not cheap as well. So we are, let's say, a medium to high level.
What was the dramatic change over the past 2 years for you in the design approach?
In our design approach, well, I think there's one dramatic change that we have, that we now added comic characters to our line because we realized that we have on one side to make sure that we stay in touch with the next generation, with the younger people. And at the same time, we wanted to make a political statement. So our heroes are heroes for everyone. And we are supporting a group in Germany. It's called Network for Democracy and Courage. And they go into schools and explain to young people how to behave when they're confronted with racism. So we are dedicating all our design royalties to them.
And what is the biggest need of humanity at the moment? How do you feel that?
Biggest need of humanity at the moment, I think we are all very concerned about our environment, and I think this is something where we need to find answers. And as designers, as creators, I think we are in one of the key roles of influencing this. And one of my keynote statements is the most eco-friendly product is the one that we don't make anymore. And then the salespeople always get scared and say, well, what do you mean? We have to make products, we have to sell. But trying to explain, people start to save money also to buy a good product instead of just buying the first cheap thing. So maybe this is something that we need to reflect upon. We're changing our packaging, making it more simple, hope that people understand that even a premium luxury product can come in a more basic box. I mean, it needs to protect the product, but at the end of the day, you throw it away. And we want to make sure that we are more concerned on the resources that we invest in this. So we think about paper, have a lot of discussions. Do we want plastic stickers, yes or no? And so I think this is something that moves us. Always nice to surprise people with something they wouldn't expect, because I mean, the beer mug is something very classical. Normally you only have a drink in the garden or on the Oktoberfest, and people are against each other. Oh, well, we really haven't had the chance, but yesterday we really enjoyed some of our drinks, and I think if you don't do it too radically, they take a good cheers. for sure. And so it's fun, and we try to underline this with a little twinkle in the eye with the communication. And some people say, "Oh, are you launching milk glasses?" We say, "No, look a little closer. It's not the milk; it's the beer." Yeah.
What else?
What else? Yeah, what else? 7. I mean, you've seen the shape, but after we saw the great reaction to our champagne goblets with the drips and the drops decoration, so why don't we translate this also to the 7 collection, because this is 100% individual. The rest of our decoration are decals, and it's all handmade. But here, really, every drop is singly added by a person having his little brush with a nice blue color. So you really get one set, which is only yours, and no one in the world will have ever the same thing.
Speaking of traditions, do you have a feeling that guests coming to your house and collecting the beautiful tableware is kind of going to the best at the moment?
Luckily, no. I mean, our figures of the first 6 months have been surprising us so tremendously that we really see a development which we are flattered and say maybe finally people have understood how important it is. I always say, well, going to different countries, Asia, specifically South America, you see the importance of eating together. People know this is where culture is happening, where you actually talk to each other. I mean, when I have all my WhatsApp groups and I send smileys to my friends, do they smile at me back or not? When I sit together with them at a dinner table, we really know what is their reaction in their face. I always have breakfast with my family when the girls are all in the house. And if it's only 10 minutes, but we sit down and we have a proper decorated, and you're gluing the family together. And I think this is the same thing. We always say it's the second best thing in life, having good food together.
We're from Korea. We're based in Seoul, Korea. And we just launched our brand here at Maison&Objet yesterday.
Right.
And we're very excited to be here. Our brand, actually the name Ago is from a Korean word. It means old friend. We're working very closely with the local factories, small local factories. So they're all our friends, and we also collaborate with a lot of international designer who's also somewhat friend with us. So yeah, that's what we're coming from. We try to, for our aesthetic, we wanted to make it very honest and long-lasting product, so that all the details are very carefully crafted. And since, like I mentioned earlier, we work very closely with the local factory. We care about all the details on the product, so it has a very unique and simple silhouette. But if you look very closely, it has a very nice details around it. We collaborate with 6 different designers. First, Big Game, Kim, and Mars. By Mars, he's our director, and he's also a designer who's based in Sweden, Stockholm, Sweden. And also John and Tove and Studio Word. And Jonas is also another designer who's all has a very good international profile. So yeah, that's why we wanted to launch it in Europe.
brand is actually coming from Denmark. So we have our headquarters in Denmark, but it's quite now at the whole Europe. So
What is you known for? What is your speciality?
yeah, it's a lot of oak. Actually, all our products have mostly oak in it, or also our vases.
Design, who does it?
We have in-house designers sitting there and get a lot of creative things in their head and make some nice product range for assortment. Yes. So.
Right.
Noir, it's called. Where we made a small little table here in oak.
Yes.
It's very comfortable together with the chair as well. Two colors. It's a normal oak and the smoked oak as well here, as you can see.
Yes.
And as a new product, we also tried for the first time making a daybed. A daybed also in oak as well. Here in the smoked oak, you can also get it in the normal oak, and then with this very nice cushion on it, it's a bestseller, right?
We are from South Korea. We're making the contemporary objects by skilled Korean artisans. We launched our brand in early 2018. Those are all handcraft. For the ornaments, make revitalize the shape. These are come from different ways. This flower vase is the concept of flower bud. And those incense burner is come from the Korean traditional appearance, which is the three-leg burner incense burner.
Introducing this new collection from the designers. We are from Israel and we are based in London. The name is Rotterdama, and it's a fantastic collection. The idea is to dye and to have different colors, so we apply that on ceramics, on wood and on textile. So you have this beautiful collection, and each piece is different. So this is put enhance the colors on the ceramics, so each pieces will look completely different. It's LTR. It's a table that was designed by the Eameses, and the story is that it's coming from a tree that is in Santa Monica on the Eameses house. And we had to cut the tree because it became dangerous. And what we did, we have with one tree, we're going to produce 300 tables on the top. It's an eucalyptus tree. And we're going to give the money back to the foundation for the house. So it's...
This is Gio Bagnara. It's a company founded in Italy in 1999, and now it employs about 80 people. We are now in 3 locations because Genoa is the main location, and now we have a second location in Piacenza and another near Como. We see that our customer like this kind of soft technology because normally when you find high-tech items are very cold. With the addition of leather, everything becomes more smooth. We have a very nice induction charger, for instance. We are now about 6 different models, and the people appreciate because they melt very well in the classical environment as well. One of our main kind of customer are the yacht owners, and the yacht owners, especially there's a lot of wood, of leather, this kind of luxury material, and they like to have like an induction charger in each cabin. Sent for us many furniture pieces, and it is inspired by different art and architectural movements of the 20th century, especially the Bauhaus. You will see many of our furniture pieces are inspired by the 30s, and also we have created with him some sculptures inspired by Bauhaus. There's a lot of reference to culture and to history, and we have also a collection called by Tresozzas, and but we try to take everything to the leather. So something that maybe in the past has been made in plastic, we do this in leather. So it's a new view on maybe something that you have already seen in your life.
Do you work with the trend for the fox leather?
We have also some recycled leather, since we recycle all the cut-off of our products. We give to a company that they recycle it and they make this Tecnocuoio. Tecnocuoio is a registered name for a special recycled leather. So we have another company called Rudy that is focused only on recycled leather, and we have the collection over there. And is for an environmental strategy as well, but is also useful for us because we have a lot of waste otherwise, and our goal is to have a zero waste company.
We are a young brand. We have a story of about 10 years. Nahur was born in 2009. We are based in North Italy. Brescia is a small town 1 hour far from Milan. And the founder is also the unique designer of all our lighting collection. He had a previous experience for almost 10 years as a lighting designer for architectural project, and after so many years of experience, he decided to found his own company. So Nahur was born. We have some collection of indoor decorative lights and a small collection of outdoor lighting.